morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to episode number 21 of the Reknit podcast. It is nearly the end of July. It's very warm and I have a day and a half left of work and then I get to be off for 5.5 weeks, which I'm incredibly excited about. My name is Emily.
I'm Roz.
You can find me on the internet in places, usually under the name Elfie McDowell.
I'm Rosaroo on Ravelry and Rosarooney on Instagram.
And we haven't podcasted in an age, which is my fault because I've been trying to get through the last weeks of work in one piece, but we're nearly there.
I think it's only a couple of weeks we've missed.
Probably. I think we should have podcasted last weekend at least, but we didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's been busy. Tour de Fleece has started.
Yeah.
So we have been spinning like a mad thing. Most of the content I think today is going to be spinning related.
Yes.
Because that's what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
But we are doing a bit of knitting.
Yeah, I'm doing this bit of knitting now.
Do you want to start then?
Okay.
We'll start off with your works in progress.
Okay. Well, I am knitting a sock. It was the same sock I was knitting on the last podcast. I was somewhere on the cuff and I finished the cuff. And I've started but not yet finished the heel flap. So you can see how much knitting I've done in the last goodness knows how many weeks. But yeah, this is an Opal sock yarn in a rainbow colour, but doesn't have a name. And this heel flap is West Yorkshire Spinners in Signature 4-ply in Spearmint, and knitting around on my little 2mm circular needle on my usual ribbed sock, slip stitch heel, and that's about all I can say about it really.
Okay. I have a few things. I've even got a finished object as well, which is very exciting.
Have you?
I have. It's a mad finished object, but it's fun. I am, when I do the stitch, I can tell you, knitting a sock from the toe up for the first time in Magic Loop for the first time. So that's quite exciting. I got some Magic Loop sock needles from Alternate Universe when we went there a couple of weeks ago, and we'll tell you more about that later. Because I wanted to try knitting socks in Magic Loop, I realised that knitting socks from the cuff down in Magic Loop is an exercise in frustration. So I'm doing it from the toe up, because you can't do socks from the toe up on a 9-inch circular, because it would be kind of difficult.
Unless you had a very, well, no, I don't think you could even cast on there.
No, you couldn't, because you wouldn't be able to get the other needle round to do the thing. And I don't massively like doing double points particularly, because juggling them is a bit of a faff. So look, there's a toe. That's a toe. That's the toe of a sock.
Yeah, if you modelled it for me earlier, I can confirm it is
a toe. So yeah, this is my first Magic Loop sock and my first toe up sock, and I'm doing a sock from the Socks from the Toe Up, which is by someone, Wendy D. Johnson, and I did Judy's Magic Cast On, which is in the book, to cast on for my first ever toe up Magic Loop sock. So there. It's interesting. I do like it as a way of knitting socks. I think I will probably do knit socks this way again. I have to get used to it a little bit, because you have to do a lot more needle shifting around than you do if you're doing it on a 9-inch circular. You just go round and round and round in circles. Yes. Whereas this, you have to like do a pulley, pushy, pokey through. But I like it as a technique for knitting socks. So, you know, I will definitely be using it again. It's nice to do something different. So that's my first work in progress. My second work in progress is...
Look at you and your multiple ways.
I know. Well, the thing is, that toe up sock, I can't really... It's not really like take out and do while you're doing other stuff knitting, because I have to concentrate on it, because it's something that I haven't done before. So I've got like a regular 9-inch circulars sock as well, which is my take out and do when you're doing stuff knitting. And you can tell because it's a bit of a mess. It's got a big dropped stitch just there that I have to fix. This is because I was knitting this while trying to supervise sports day, which was a bit ridiculous. So that's why, but I'll fix that.
It's the children's fault, it's not your fault.
Yeah, exactly. This is the beginnings of a sock. It is made out of my handspun. This is what I spun last year for Tour de Fleece. I call it Tour d'Alternate because it was from lots of braids from Alternate Universe. This is a sock yarn. It's got all kinds of malarkey in it that I can't remember. definitely got bamboo in it. It's definitely got nylon in it and some other stuff too. But it's mostly yellow with other colours kind of like plied in with it. But it's Tour de Fleece, Tour de France, so you know it had to be mostly yellow to make it fit. So I'm in the process. I started this sock months and months and months ago, and then stopped for ages, and then picked it up again. So the heel flap is done, except for the drop stitch, and I've turned the heel. So I just need to pick the stitches up and start doing the gusset now. But it's good because the top, like the main leg bit of the sock is like green and yellow, and then as you go into the foot it goes like purpley and yellow, so there's like a little gradient thing going on as you go through the different colours. But yeah, I'm excited. It's my first ever hand spun thing that I've knit. I don't think I've knit anything out of hand spun before, so I don't think I had enough hand spun to knit stuff out of before that. I think this was the first sort of significant size piece of spinning that I did, because I only got my wheel during Tour de Fleece last year, didn't I? So this was all the other stuff I'd spun before were like just little bits and pieces. Whereas this was my first significant piece of spinning. Yeah. So that's on the go. I need to do a bit of repair work on it, but there's also a bit where I dropped a stitch up here and had to pick it up. And because it's hand spun, there's like a little bit just there where it's almost bulletproof. You feel that bit just there, it's like solid. Yeah. Where I had to pick a stitch up. So there's like a little bulletproof bit in there, but I like it. It's, you know, it's hand spun.
It should even out a bit when you block it as well. Yeah, well.
But I really like it. I love the yarn and I love how it's turning out, and I'm very chuffed with myself. Well done, me. So that's on the go. And then my other work in progress, which I've picked up again after not touching it for a little while, is my sock yarn blanket. I've put quite a bit on this because this is good sort of mindless in front of the telly. Every now and again I'll come back, like when I've got a whole load of new sock yarns to go in. Like I did 2 big shawls at the beginning of this year, and I've done socks and stuff for people, so I've got stacks of sock yarn that I haven't put in. So I put as much of the sock yarn from all the different stuff I've done into here, and I've done from, so the new stuff that's gone on is from, go back corner, is from this bit here, because that is anti-Valentine. That's the Stranded Direct anti-Valentine. So this upwards is the new stuff that's gone on. So I've got some Stranded in there. I've got some Down Sheepy Lane in there. I've got a bit of Somerset yarns in there as well, the sparkly stuff.
Stuff we bought, or stuff you bought at Unravel. Stuff
from Unravel, yeah. I already had quite a lot of the Stephen King sock yarn stuff in the bottom bit, but I've put some more in the top. So it's getting there. It's nice. It's a really nice project to work on because you can kind of just, it goes quite fast and you can just do it mindlessly. I tend to do it while I'm watching a podcast or like listening to an audiobook or something. Yeah. It's a nice sort of evening thing to do when your brain is a bit dead, but you want to just sit down for an hour and just, you know, do stuff.
And you've done some when we've been sat outside on the
patio. When it was really, really hot a couple of weeks ago and we couldn't get outside until about 9:30 because it wasn't cool enough to get outside until 9:30. I did some out there as well.
The summer evening.
Yeah, so that's trogging along. And I'll probably do some more. It's quite a nice, although it's quite like it's a blanket, it is quite a nice sort of summery thing to work on because you don't have to sit with it on your lap because you're not knitting it. And it's nice and quick and you can sit and take it outside. Yeah, it's nice. So that's how far we've got along. I've got a bit of a way to go yet.
And lots of ends to
weave in, which I should probably do soon. Otherwise I'm going to have a billion ends to weave in and I'll never do it. But yeah, once I've been through all the sock yarns that I've got, I'll probably start pulling them out again at random and adding another row of the different colours, as long as they're not too close to like the first appearance of them, and then it'll be good. Right, I think that's it for my works in progress, but I do have a finished object as well.
Yeah, I have no finished object.
Which you don't have.
So, you know.
So I'll keep going. Well, it's a bit mad. My finished objects are these socks, which I've shown before on the podcast. They're now both done, ends not weaved in, but you know, technicalities. Now, oh look, the way I'm holding them and they match. Ha ha! They don't actually match. They're one slightly longer than the other, but like here they match. Right, so this was the first one I did. Crazy. No, but they are. This was the first one I did, and this was the second one I did. So I cast this one on. This I did during our inset day before Easter, and I did some more of this during other trade. This is basically socks that have been knit mostly during training at school and during lunch times and all that kind of stuff. However, problem with doing socks at school, where we're also doing something else, is if you try and do things like heels, then you muck it up because you stop counting. So I've shown this one on the podcast before, and I didn't realise, I'll turn it this way to you, I think. I didn't realise what I'd done on this one until I looked at it in comparison to this one. And that is, didn't shape the heel. So if I take it off, you will see that the heel is entirely flat. There is no shape on it because I didn't shape it. Which is okay, because that's kind of what the shape of my foot is. So it's not a problem. I don't have like a long, I have a short sort of square foot. So this is kind of the shape of my foot. And the socks are for me, so I don't really care. And it does fit. But I didn't notice until I was looking at both of them together and went, wait a minute. So that one doesn't have a shaped heel. This one does. There it is. And this was also the one where I had to guess at the length of this bit because I didn't have this sock to hand when I was going to start knitting the heel flap, and so I couldn't measure the length of the leg to make sure they were both the same length. However, I got it pretty accurate, I think. That one's not on the sock blocker, so it's a bit more floppy. Put that one back on. It's not far off. And as I say, they're my socks, so I don't really care.
Yeah. And as long as you don't wear them with like short trousers or a skirt.
Well, you can't even notice it really. I mean, look at that. That's not a huge, there's not really a difference there.
Yeah.
Maybe of like a row or two, perhaps, but unless you're coming and staring at my feet, which people don't tend to do as a rule, then you won't notice. But they're done. So I just need to weave the ends in. And these are my mad socks. One with a shaped heel, one without. But you wouldn't know unless I told you. But I did just tell you. So now you can look. If you ever see these on my feet, you can be like, ha ha. Mad socks. Right. That's it. That's my finished object.
Yes. Now it's all about
Now you
spinning.
get to talk. Yes, the rest is spinning from here on out. Because it's Tour de Fleece and that's what we do.
Yes.
You can talk for a while.
This is some stuff I spun before the Tour de Fleece. I'm sure I've shown at least some of the bobbin or the fibre or something at some point. This is a sock yarn. Let's get it right on the... Ooh, there we are. That I've spun. It's a 3-ply. It is Suffolk. And the colour is called Leaf Peepers. And I bought it from Porpoise Fur, who is a fibre dyer. And yeah, it's sort of yellows and reds and sort of a brown. It looks a bit green, the brown, now that it's plied.
It does, yeah. It looks like a dark green.
It did not look at all green in the spinning, but like next to the other colours, the brown has gone a bit green. Ooh. It's one of the sort of magic things that happens when you apply fibre or put fibre colours next to each other. So yeah, that is the big skein, which is about 355 metres. This is the little skein, which has been chain plied, so all the colours are together, whereas in this one I kind of divided up the fibre so that the colours would barber pole a lot. So if you can see, is it going to focus maybe?
Let's see if you're focusing on my face.
Okay.
It has its priorities in the right place, evidently.
Well, if I put it like this and it can't see your face, then maybe it will focus, but I can't see whether it's focusing.
Okay.
So, you know.
Let's hope. Hey?
Maybe you can see really clearly the barber poling, which is really cool. So these are going to be some kind of autumnal socks. And yeah. I know how long this skein is, but I haven't washed this skein, so I don't know how long this is yet. So I haven't calculated for stash dash how many. It's going to be over 1,500 though, because this is going to be over 1,400 meters, so lots. So yeah, that is something that I spun before Tour de Fleece, and then for Tour de Fleece I've been spinning my Texel fleece, an actual fleece. This is, I think, my first skein. It's kind of big and fluffy, and I think that's focusing. Yeah, it's again, it's a 3-ply, but this is being spun long draw from Rolag, so it's kind of fuzzy and floofy. This skein's been washed. This skein hasn't. This is I put them next to each other, can you see how much yellower this one is?
Oh yeah.
Because this is from a part of the fleece that I only recently washed when I'd had it for over a year, and so some of the yellow staining hasn't washed out, so it's a slightly different colour. So fortunately I'm going to dye this fleece anyway once I've spun it all up, depending on how much there is and what I'm going to make out of it. We'll decide what colour, but it's not gonna, this is why you should wash your fleece, you know, ideally soon when you get it, and within I think about 9 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it doesn't really affect the quality of the fleece, it's just the colour. But if you wanted to keep them as natural colours, obviously they wouldn't quite match, and you'd have like stripes in your jumper or whatever it was you knit out of it. But yeah, I've spun 6 skeins of varying sizes, and I've got about 330 metres so far. And then I've got 2 bobbins like this which are full, and another bobbin which is half full, and a bit more fleece to spin. So I'm hoping I get a bit more. Hoping I get enough to do a jumper. But at the moment it's looking like I might have to stripe something else in to sort of increase the amount, otherwise it will be like a jumper that comes to like under my boots.
It'd be like a crop top.
Yeah, I don't really want a crop jumper.
Like a knitted crop top. Doesn't that sound appealing?
That doesn't sound at all practical, so you know. We will see.
You could knit yourself a bra.
Yeah, I don't really want a knitted bra. Especially not, I mean, it's not soft, but it's not like, I don't know that I want this like that close to my skin.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, sensitive skin. I think this is, you know, more of a jumper. Well, it's fairly soft.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Texel lamb fleece that we bought. Well, I bought mine and you bought yours.
Yeah.
At the Cirencester Fleece Fair last year.
Yes.
Yeah. Scary.
Cool.
That is, yeah, what I've been doing like all the time. Mostly carding the fleece and washing the fleece and like teasing the fleece apart or flicking the fleece with my little dog brush. Like the actual spinning of the fleece is taking, I would say, less time than the rest of the rest of the stuff. But it's fun. I haven't spun from a fleece in a while, so
right,
it's cool.
There we go. I'll finish this side now, so I can look. I made a toe. Look, I have a toe. Look, it's a toe. It's a toe. I've done all my increases now, so that's my toe.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to start like doing a knit.
Okay.
Haha. Right. Yeah, I'm doing kind of similar with my spinning. So we both decided we were going to spin a fleece, or like a batch of fleece that we have.
Yes.
For this year's Tour de Fleece. So I've been spinning Cotswold with the intent of making a jumper, well, a cardigan, hopefully. But again, I might have to stripe it. I probably will stripe it anyway with other stuff, just for a bit of variation. So I'll show you what various. Now, if you've been looking at my Instagram, you will know that I had a bit of a struggle trying to get this to draw onto the bobbin. And so it's quite tightly spun. So this is a single. And you might be able to see, you can see it's got little bits that are very twirly-whirly. You just about see. And that's because they're very tightly spun. But it's kind of okay, because when I plied it, a lot of that came out in the ply. So I have, sorry, the little video thing came out, it confused me. Okay. I had, this is a single. I have another bobbin on my wheel that is almost full, which will be another single. I'll ply them together. I already have a bobbin of 2 plied, so that's the ply on the bobbin, which I quite like. I like how defined it is, how defined the ply is, and you can see the 2 strands like twisting around each other. I quite like that. And then this is the 3rd skein, actually up in a skein and washed. I'm good to go. I haven't worked out how big it is, but so that's my skein. And it was very, very tightly, did have a lot of twist on it, but now it's not too shabby. So
it's like, yeah, it looks like normal yarn.
Yeah. Whee. So a lot of the extra twist came out, I think, when it was plied. And although it had it was very twisty, after I skeined it, once I gave it a bath, all that sort of twistiness came out. It's quite rough, I think. Like the texture is quite rough. It's not massively soft. But I think once it's knit and once I wash it in sort of wool wash or something and it poofs up a little bit more, it should get a bit softer. But I want to do a cardigan, so I've got 1, 2, and then I'll have another skein of this. So we'll see how much there is, but I want to, because we've got a Jacob fleece as well.
Yeah.
That I also want to spin up this summer. I probably won't do it for Tour de Fleece because after I've done the next bobbin and skein and plied it and skeined it all up, I kind of need a bit of a break from fleece for a while. Having done 3 skeins of it, I'm a bit over fleeced. So I'll probably spin some braids from the Hilltop Cloud stuff that we've got just for a bit of a break.
Yeah.
But I do want to get that Jacob done in the summer while I have the time and while I can like sort everything out and do a lot of carding and stuff because it's washed, just needs to be carded.
Yeah.
And then over the sort of autumn time, I can hopefully knit a cardi out of it. Yes.
So that future is podcast content.
That is my current Tour de Fleece situation, which is good. It's quite a lot. It's not bad. I'll be glad when it's all spun and plied and, you know, sitting in a...
Yeah, it takes up a lot less space as a skein than it does as, you know, like...
as fleece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But the Cotswold is really nice. I'm really excited to be working with the Cotswold because I love the colours on it. I love the way... I really like how it's come out in the ply, how defined the sort of... the plies are, and you can see all the twist in it. I'm really interested to see how it will turn out when it's knit up as well. So it's a fun and exciting experiment.
Yeah. And, you know, like the Cotswold sheep, you were born and bred in the Cotswolds.
I am. And this, I got this from Siren Sister Fleece Fair. So this is a Cotswold sheep from the Cotswolds. Couldn't be more Cotswoldian if you tried.
Yeah.
So there we are.
That is it for like stuff we're making.
Yeah.
But we have done some purchasing.
Well, we went to Kim's. We went to Alternate Universe, which is a shop run by our lovely friend Kim in Cleve. And she has a podcast as well, so you should check her out. And every time we go, we spend a fortune because her shop is amazing and has amazing things in it, and we buy all of the stuff.
There isn't really... There's a shop slightly closer that does spinning stuff, but we don't go to it as often because, like, the owner isn't a personal friend.
But Kim's is so much... It's such a lovely shop, and every time we go, you can sit and spin or sit and knit and have a chat, and the braids and the fibres that she makes are so unique.
Yeah. I've not seen...
Because
like blends and stuff
in the other shops, it tends to be sort of pre-made roving that you can get rather than sort of braids of different stuff.
You mean like at Spinning Wheel? It's like all one fibre.
Yeah, but it's lots of pre-made sort of roving. Where I don't think I've ever bought a braid from Spinning Wheel.
Yeah, but it's the same stuff. It just hasn't been plaited or made into a chain.
No, but also Kim mixes hers with other stuff as well. So she blends a lot of hers too.
Yeah.
And so I think, and she also has a lot more variety in the fibre. So you can get, she has a lot of vegan fibre. She has a lot of plant fibre, all that kind of stuff. So it's such a huge variety of stuff. Yeah. And we, you know, get to sit and spin and have a chat and generally hang out and spend lots of money, which is grand.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Do you want to go first?
No, I've just started a row.
All right, I'll go first then. I'll just go through my stuff from Alternate then, because you're going to talk about the other stuff that we have. So this is what I got from Alternate. It's all this malarkey. So let's go through this. First up, we have this one. This is Coral Brights, I think. Coral Brights. So it's like a pinky orange piece of loveliness. This is 60. I love the precision on this label, can I just say? 16.7% British Shetland, 50% British BFL, and 33.3% Eco Bamboo. So that is very precise.
Yeah.
But it's a lovely pinky orangey colour. So that's very nice. That's number 1. Number 2, this is Red Brights, I think, was it? Yes, Red Brights. So this is the 40% Shetland, 20% BFL, 40% bamboo. So this is kind of similar, but a nice bright red collar. And these ones both have nylon in. So these are they the same? No, not quite. This is Forbidden Forest. So this is 60% Shetland, 20% bamboo, 20% nylon, which is why it's got that sort of sparkliness to it. But that is a lovely greeny bluey and a bit of grey braid. And then this one is Hulk, which you have as well, don't you?
Yes.
Which is 50% Shetland, 25% BFL, 25% nylon. Yeah. So again, this has got more striping. This is a blue. There's a bit of brown in there as well. A lot of purple.
Blue?
Yeah, there is a bit of blue, like these bits down here. There's a bit of bluiness. Some of the purple is quite bluey in places, and brown and sort of silvery colours. So those are the 4 braids, and then I got a pack of Middle Mini Rolags. Unicorn, which is her zero waste Rolags. I think they're like bits and pieces of what's left turned into Rolags, which is why it's called them zero waste. And it says fibre other sea backs. I'm going to see actually what it's made out of if it's on here. It says question mark merino bamboo Shetland. So it could be merino bamboo Shetland. Who knows? But they're fantastic colours. I'll just get one out of the thing and show it. Look, it is very unicorn. It's like tealy, lilac, silver, a little pink in there as well.
Very pretty.
It is very, very pretty. I'll pop that away. So that is those. Those were my purchases from, what was it? Alternate. That's right. Yeah, I remember now.
I made some purchases when we went 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But then I took them home. So I haven't got them to show you. But I did buy a braid of the Hulk, the Turkey one. Because I bought one last year during Tour de Fleece and spun it, and the year before. So it's kind of a tradition now that I buy one and spin one during Tour de Fleece. So depending on how the rest of my fleece goes, I might not get to spin it this year, but I will spin it, you know, soon after Tour de Fleece, I hope. And yesterday when we went, I also bought this braid.
So pretty.
Which is just, you know, colourful and
apparently it's the braid to buy if you are in the Avon Spinning Guild.
Yes,
because
it's
the one to have.
Yeah,
it's the cool
like
braid.
the official braid of Spinning Guild.
Because everybody came in and bought it separately.
Yeah,
but the same one.
Yeah, it's an interesting mix of fibre. It is a third linen, a third Shetland, and a third bamboo. So it's a little bit sort of crazy and exciting. And it is called Trick Foot. So apparently it's a reference to, I think, something in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So I don't understand what that is, but it's cool. It's purple and like
Dungeons and Dragons is that one?
Yeah, it's about Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a game.
Yeah,
it's a tabletop game.
Yeah, I've seen Big Bang Theory where they like roll the dice and play it like
that's
that.
Right.
Yeah,
that's it.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, some really cool colours and really cool fibres, and no idea what I'm going to do with it apart from spin it. I don't even know how I'm going to spin it, but I'm excited.
It'll be a learning experience for you.
Yes. So I bought that yesterday, and we've also had the latest instalment of the Hilltop Cloud Fibre Club. This is July, so this is this month. It's called South Africa. That's I can't really say South Africa without trying to do a South African accent, so I'm sorry.
I apologise now to Kim's family.
I would like to, I'd like to apologise to, all residents of Africa, southern or otherwise.
Just anyone, really. Just anybody who heard that.
Anyone really chaste and decent. But it's like a brown with like all these colours. I think it's BFL. Yeah, it's mostly BFL and 37.5% bamboo. So yeah, this is also really soft and it's got a sheen and so many colours.
It is. It's lovely. It's almost like oil sheen colours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a rainbow, but in a sort of browny black fibre.
But it's that sheen you get when, like, you know, when there's like oil on the road and you get that.
Like at a petrol station where people have spilled a bit.
That oil sheen sort of colour.
Yeah. So I might ply this with my, what's it called?
Hulk.
Yeah. Because this is kind of shiny and has got lots of colours in it, and that is kind of shiny and has purple and brown.
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to get all my Hilltop Cloud fibre down and do a little bit of like a mix and match extravaganza, I think.
You could like make a whole jumper out of all the different things if you like.
It would be mad. Can you imagine?
Fun if you like combined all the different colours together in lots of different ways to have like.
It would be mad.
It would be amazing.
Fantastic.
This is like my hair a bit. Like
this is Roz's new beard.
I look like that that sort of restored Jesus that Spanish lady did really badly.
This is Roz's Jesus. And on that note, we're aware that we have giveaway stuff that we need to be attending to and haven't. That's my fault. I'm going to deal with that next week. Both the giveaway that we've done and the giveaway that we haven't, I will prepare and, you know, have ready for next week, and we will get it all squared away.
Yes. We might have to go back and watch the podcast where we gave away the first giveaway to find out who we gave it away to.
That's fine.
Because they haven't contacted us with their address, so we'll have to ask them.
With it. Yeah. So I will sort that out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of footage. I've still got the footage that I took at Kim's a couple of weeks ago, so we can stick that in at some point as well.
Possibly in this episode because it's a tour de fleece.
Yeah, we'll
heavy episode. Cool.
Yeah, we are. I can't remember what the hashtag is. Roz is going to put the hashtag for Tour de Fleece down now because I can't remember what it is. Team AU 18. So yeah. So that's where our Tour de Fleece team is.
Yes.
With Alternate Universe. Other than that, I think
if you've still got time to enter the giveaway for the stitch markers.
Yes, you do.
Want to enter the giveaway for the stitch markers.
Still got time to do some spinning for Tour de Fleece if you want. You've got another week yet.
Or knit with some handspun.
Yeah.
And
post your pictures on Instagram, put the tag in, and we'll see it, and so will Kim, and we'll
win prizes.
Celebrate it.
Yeah, it's it's a week today that the tour finishes, and then we go back to Kim's for the final party.
Yep. And the giving out of the flowers and the kissing on the cheeks.
Yes.
So those are last year's was the white one with the spots, and the year before was the yellow, right? Yeah. I'm not eligible for the yellow one this year, sadly, because I didn't spin every day. But yeah, we'll have a nice party and general celebration. Anyway, on that note, that's about it. I'm hoping that now it's the summer holidays, we might film more regularly. Who knows? Yeah. Not me. Yeah, I have a good I hope if you are someone who is, you know, finishing school or getting to the summer, I hope the last little bit of your school year goes very well and you start enjoying your time off. This is the perk of working in a school. Other than that, happy spinning, happy knitting, happy crocheting, happy whatever, and we will see you next time.
Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.
Wave, Ross. Everybody wave. Hello. Hi, Kim. This is Kim. It's her shop.
Hello.
I'll do like a lovely. Look at all that lovely signature.